Good morning. So today's kind of weird. It's Friday and I'm off. I'm never off on Fridays. I don't even know what to do with myself. Before Emily left for work this morning, she started a meal in this crock pot, which this is the first time we've used this crock pot. It smells really good though. There's a leaf inside. So obviously the whole country's been going through this cold polar vortex, and it's no different here. For the past few days it's been like in the low 30s each day, and for people like us that is very cold. But I've been seeing the pictures of places like Chicago and other places up north that are just like completely encased in ice, and it's like negative 59 degrees, and my simpleton brain cannot even like fathom what that even feels like. Something happened that kind of annoyed me, and I want to like talk about it, and I'm wondering if you guys know the right answer. So ever since we moved in this house, we've been getting other people's mail, and not just the last people who lived there, like tons and tons of different people's mail. The other day I got like tax return information from somebody, which like that's a pretty serious thing. That needs to get to the person. I think what the problem is, the house that we're living in, the last person who owned it, it was a rental. And I think that just like over the years of different people renting that house, there's just a lot of people who never bothered to change their address or forgot to change their address. And so we're just getting tons and tons of mail for all these different random people. So I looked online about like what you're supposed to do about that, and everything seemed to say that you're supposed to write on the envelope, return to sender, cross out your address, and it said you can even like write a reason, like moved or no longer lives here or whatever. So that's what I started doing every single day. So every single day I was putting 3 and 4 envelopes at a time in the outgoing mail slot, and I had written on it, return to sender, does not live here, etc., etc. And I thought that like that's what I was supposed to be doing, because that's what everybody was saying online. But it wasn't stopping it. We're still getting other people's mail day in, day out. So I decided to write like a friendly little note to the mail carrier and leave it in our mailbox. All I wrote was, I think it said, the current residents of this house are myself and my fiance. I wrote our names on it. Any mail addressed to anyone else, please return to sender or forward. Thank you. Something like that. It was really nice. It was really polite. So I just went and checked the mail before I left the house, and they had taken that note, like scratched all over it, and on the back in big letters wrote, "Do not write on mail ever," and still delivered other people's mail to us. So what am I supposed to do? So clearly the mail carrier is like mad at us for writing on the mail, even though that's what everybody was saying we're supposed to do. And it didn't solve the problem. We're still getting all their mail. And like I said, it's like a lot of it is probably just junk mail, but a couple things have seemed really important. We got like some lady's like insurance policy information back at the beginning of the year. A few days ago we got somebody's tax return information. Like that's important stuff that needs to get to the proper people, and I don't know who those people are, so I can't contact them and like ask for their proper address or whatever. So I don't really know what to do. If any of you guys have any ideas on how to resolve this situation and preferably not make the mail carrier mad at us in the process, I'm open to suggestions. So I got home just in time. This is just now finishing up. I got the reminder on my phone like right as I was walking in the door. She wanted me to make some rice to go along with it, so I'm gonna do that. And I mean, she doesn't get home for like 3 more hours, but at least I'll have it all ready and waiting for her when she walks in. Alright, rice is done, stew is done, and I'll keep it warm for her when she gets home. Meanwhile, I'm watching Shane Dawson's new conspiracy theory video. So I briefly mentioned this on Twitter the other day, and I wanted to just go ahead and say it in the video. Obviously, I haven't vlogged in about a week. Well, that's not true. I just haven't like put any videos together. And the reason for that is it's been about a week at this point, I guess. We received a little bit of bad news. Nothing like devastating or nothing that we can't handle. It was just something that I needed to dedicate my attention to rather than taking the time to edit these videos every night. Even though I didn't have time to put everything together, I did still record like random stuff just about every day over the past week. So I figured what I would do for the rest of today's video is just a compilation of all the random clips from the past week. You'll see it's a little bit of like cooking dinner, and we went out and bought a little bit more furniture and stuff. And again, it's not like a cause for concern or anything. It was just something that happened, and I had to dedicate my time elsewhere for a bit. But having said all that, I'm pretty much going to call it a night for tonight. And so what you're about to see is all the random footage from the past week. She's been in here with me pretty much all day while I was editing and everything. Giving her space to sit in the window and look out. She's starting to get curious though and keeps wanting to go back behind the computer. Can't do that though. There's a bunch of wires back there. She's been watching all these squirrels running around outside. So for dinner tonight, Emily made, what is this?
Well, it's chicken Alfredo, but I guess it's a casserole. Actually,
Chicken Alfredo casserole.
It was supposed to be chicken Alfredo baked penne, but I didn't use penne. I didn't put broccoli in it, so.
It's okay. Still smells good. So it finally happened. I knew it was gonna happen at some point. Got home, was going to take the trash can back around. I mentioned before how I have to like walk behind everybody else's houses to take it all the way around to the front. So as I was walking around, 2 doors down that way had their window, their screen door, whatever, what is this called? Sliding glass door?
Yeah.
They had this open. The way their house is laid out, this looks directly into the living room rather than the kitchen. So as I was walking past, I couldn't help but look over, I guess, just because it being open caught my eye. And as soon as I looked over, there was about 5 or 6 people sitting on the couch in their living room, and they all at the same time just looked at me also. And I just like made this weird, awkward eye contact with these people sitting in their living room when I was behind their house. It was really weird. I was quickly just like, oh, no, just keep moving, keep moving. I don't like going behind people's houses, taking the trash can out. So we still have our free trial of Hulu from the other day. And apparently Annihilation is on it, and this movie is so good. It's one of my favorite movies from last year. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it highly. If not for the story, just for this awesome soundtrack at the end. Hello, kitty. I think I've started almost every single day off with you. Forever! Look at my socks. Don't know why, but we're watching my old videos from a long time ago.
Okay, find me. I want to wear a flamingo suit and drop. You know this. Oh no, it's not.
I enjoy going back and watching those old videos. As cringy as some of them are, and some of them are very cringy, but it was like, they were so much fun to make that like looking back on them is just, it brings back a lot of like really good memories of when we would like spend a weekend like writing and shooting a video and editing it and having so much fun like putting it together and coming up with everything. I miss those times. I wish that we still did it. So tonight we are about to go to the store and get a couple bar stools to go right here on the island in the kitchen. We found them. And we like this one. But they only have one. And we need two.
Is it the right one though?
We can't get like mismatched ones, that would look weird. We got one. Only one. Because they only had one. They said that, I don't know, it seems like they only keep one of these in stock at a time, which is kind of strange. So, I guess tomorrow I might just go to another Target and get the other one. Bar stool. Oh my god. You gotta get this thing open.
Careful, you okay?
Yeah. What if I sat on that and just completely collapsed? That would have been a picture perfect ending. So today is absolutely not a special event whatsoever, but that did not stop Emily from making a cake to celebrate.
It's the rectangle turd cake. That's with Rolo and Hershey Kisses.
It looks like a giant chocolate bar. That's what it looks like.
That somebody left in their back pocket and stick some umbrellas into it.
So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.